We're gonna have to find like somewhere to hang out and just sleep for a bit. He's almost completely dead, which isn't good.
Eh? Would you look at this?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There are way too many lizards in there. He's gonna die. Okay, we gotta rest before any of this. We'll just rest in the front entrance. I thought that was our light going on. I don't know what a wilder is. You wake to see Durrance, his staff held in both of his hands before him. A flame flickers at the top end, casting long shadows across his face as he stares in contemplation. Still, for all the light of the fire, your eyes can't focus on him. Perhaps it is awakening from sleep or a trick of the light, but he seems indistinct, blurred around the edges, everything except for the staff. The staff, he seems to be studying its engravings. As you watch, the engravings glow thinly red, like through the cracks of heat-suffused wood. The lines stream like molten metal, burning along the edges of his staff, then branch out in an intricate series of fiery veins, bunching thickly where his hands clutch the wood, pulsing as if in a heartbeat. As you watch, the veins spiral into a dozen separate circles that spiral again until they arrange in a circle of their own. They pulse, wait, and all is strangely silent, and then suddenly there is a great light from the fire, a rushing of air, a great flash, and you awaken again to see Durrance in the same place, still holding the staff. But he is solid, real. He doesn't seem to have noticed you or reacted to what occurred. Grizzled Bastard's doing things with his candles again. Thought I felt your eyes on me. Now come the words. I need you to leave. I had questions I wanted to ask you.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
Okay, I saw something strange. You were sitting by the fire and I saw a great light from your staff.
Tell me what you saw.
It was a flash like an explosion, a rushing of air, incredibly bright.
It is the light of the Godhammer you saw.
The
It was a
Godhammer?
weapon of Deerwood's people, a symbol of their independence. It saved the Deerwood.
What do you know about it?
It brought the Saints' War to an end, knocked a god from his perch. There are few that would deny Aothis overstepped. The Godhammer reminded Aothis of it. You saw its light because I helped shape it, give it life, and release it into the world. Once seen, its glory is almost too bright to be believed, and too bright to be forgotten.
You helped build the Godhammer?
There were 12 of us. We fashioned the weapon, drafted plans for it, prayed for guidance at Ashfall, and it came to me there. Each of us were given a staff made from the forest of black trees around us, glowing with embers and fire far greater than this branch you see now. It felt as if the staff was Margaren's own finger, guiding my hand, guiding the other 11, the shadows of the 12 who would come to stand on the bridge to stop Aothis.
Shadows of the 12?
Even in that stand, there was a ritual to it. For the 12 that stood on the bridge, there were 12 shadows cast, 12 faithful of Margarin, her fiercest supporters and shapers of the Godhammer.
Durance rests his staff in front of him, and the flame atop it curls for a moment, the light flaring slightly. It splits into a ring of flames, one after the other, until a dozen is met.
As 12 held Aethys fast, we 12 unleashed our prayers, and let the Godhammer fall.
Then it blossoms brightly once and resumes its candle intensity. In the aftermath, the shadows seem sharper in the vicinity, as if they have edges, and you blink to clear your vision. Durance is still staring at the tiny candle-like flame intently.
Shadows cast by the fire of the Godhammer, perhaps. And we shared their fate as well in time. Now the spine of the Deerwood is marked by the Godhammer. Marked by Margaret.
Durance flowns, and he moves his gaze from his staff.
Not all deaths come with stilled breath and stilled heart, or other stilled passions beneath the waste. Some deaths come from silence.
He grunts, adjusts his cord of his robe, and he's talking about passions beneath the waist.
The connection we once shared with Margaret. After the light of the Godhammer, it was not the same. It was as if we'd lost our senses, and sense of purpose as well. Instead of victory being welcomed, there was silence, within and without. Not many can claim to have killed a god. It is less a heroic tale than you would think. And such a death, it changed our faith. All faiths, I expect.
The tip of the staff.
Doubt followed, and the world changed. I do not believe Margaret was pleased by what we had done.
Why is that?
The world is broken. The wheel stilled. There is sickness in the world's heart. Perhaps the price of crossing a god. Crossing two gods. Even as Margaret shaped our hands, perhaps we carried her will farther than was allowed. Just as Widewind did. Saint Widewind. Mortal arrogance to match mortal arrogance. Yet if the world had changed, then I sought to change with it. If I had forgotten some of Margaret's teachings, I would find them again. I would make her see me again.
What did you do?
I remembered Margaret's teachings. How reminders on the flesh were more important than the death of a vessel. And I wondered if killing Aethys, if that had simply set him free. Had it allowed him to escape his punishment and be taken on the wheel? Like a mortal?
Like a mortal. Durance's voice takes an odd upturn. For once, it feels he's genuinely asking a question. He shakes his
As
head.
I stepped from the now blessed Godhammer Bridge, I thought of Ashfall. I thought of the War of Black Trees. Wondered if I needed to be burned to find myself again. That is Margaret at her heart. At least that is my hope. These are the doubts that befall me.
Goodbye. What happened when you returned to
The
Ashfall?
road to Ashfall is long. Gives one time to think. If you think long
It's like a
enough,
pink pirate.
you do not go home. I left without telling anyone, with only the robes I wore at Halgot, my staff, and my name, which is long buried. Of my fellow 11 craftsmen, disciples, I know not what happened to them, if they suffered the same doubt as I did. But it was underserved. It was wrong. We had done all that Or had asked. Grab victory from defeat and...
What happened on the bridge? You voice everything but this. We chose the bridge because we could not control it. Or we could control it. Durance's hands tighten on the top of his staff, as if holding it by the neck.
It was a place where we could choke Eothas in his own footsteps, where we knew his feet would fall, a narrow neck of stone. But it was more than that. It was the spine of the deerwood, a symbolic of its backbone. Such symbols are important in the construction of a weapon.
Durance studies his staff, his eyes traveling along the etchings.
Any weapon.
His face hardens and his eyes burn, his eyebrows narrowing.
I suspect Eothas knew this as well. So did his vessel in its arrogance.
His hand tightens on the staff.
He intended to walk upon the bridge as if walking on the backs of deerwood. And we intended to burn him with the light of our faith in his. 12 on the bridge, 12 in the shadow, and gave ourselves to it.
We put much of ourselves into the Godhammer. Such a device is not simply a machine. There are elements of the spirit in it. Even Widewind's spirit. Each of the 12 who brought the Godhammer forth would have done anything to save the Deerwood. Save its people. It is why we were chosen. Each of us hated this pretender. That rage, that spirit, that rebellion went into our work, and went into studying him as well.
Widewind? Why?
We all studied Widewind. He was our enemy, and he had provided the flesh the god wore as a cloak. That flesh made him vulnerable. I knew what fields his hands had tilled, his family, what he had harvested, where he had been born. We sought to know him, what had led him to fight us.
Why was that important?
You don't kill the god. You kill the man it inhabits. And you leave that man a ruin. Burn him to ash. The weapon was meant to not only burn his flesh, but it would burn his soul. And it did. At the cost of our own. And at the cost of our goddess's favor. That whore be damned.
Is that why your image was blurred in the dream? He frowns, glances at you with a sharp look.
Perhaps your eyes were blinded by the Godhammer's light, Watcher, he snorts. I may feel half a man at times, but even that is twice that of most others.
If you fear for my spirit, your fears are baseless. The Godhammer, seeing its light, only fueled my anger and made me stronger. Made me re-examine the teachings of Margren. Put them in a new light.
It looked as if there was only part of you, as if your spirit had been sheared in half.
I do not need you to cast any more questions on me, Watcher. Nor did I ask you to look upon me without my leave. Get gone, and leave me be.
I upset him.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
That would be funny if one of these other people got hit.
Sure, let's go! Let's go!
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
We did this already. Oops. Quick finish.
Yeah?
Oh, she spoke this time.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
I didn't get to finish because I pissed him off. Oh well.
Would Would you look at this?
Why?
I didn't mean to jump or go in there. It just happened.
Got it. Yeah.
I can't disarm it.
Yeah. Let's go! Let's go! Settle! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Settle! Yeah.
I wonder if there's a way I could just
Yeah.
trigger the trap. I'm gonna make the puppy do it. It's a dick move.
Eh?
Following your lead. Of course.
Nope. I was trying to see if I could just trigger it and run away, but I'm not fast enough. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Let's go! Settle! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The puppy's freaking out.
Let's go! Let's go! Yeah.
Let's see what lies this way.
No problem.
It's just lizards everywhere.
Let's go.
Ready to go for some shut-eye about now.
No problem. Let's go.
What are you doing?
Go up 10!
Let's go.
Oh boy.
Sure. Eh?
Oh, this looks friendly. Oh, this looks really friendly. Okay. Intellect and resolve.
Eh?
Alright, let's take a look at what this terrible, terrible room is. Stepping into this chamber, you are assailed by a cacophony of screeches, growls, and barks. Blood-spattered lizards dance in frenetic leaping motions. To one side, a lizard plunges his hands into a bucket teeming with blood to daub patterns onto others eager to join the rites. At the far end of the room, one lizard wearing the long skull of a young drake in vibrant feathers shakes his staff towards the gathered lizards, screeching and clicking. The high priest suddenly raises his staff above his head, shrieking with renewed vigor. He swings his staff downward to point at the pit, and then you. I'm not sure I like that suggestion. Whoa. Okay. Okay, we might just need to unload here. Nope. Attacker. Him. It. that's why. She still has her daggers equipped. That was stupid. And...
Following your lead.
Come. This dude's stuck in the middle of everything.
Kind of stuck over here. Kind of stuck over here.
Oh, she's down. Fuck. It's really hard to see who's who here. Okay, what do we want to do here? That's happy. I don't know what's what anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you are right in front of me.
Let's go. Oh,
You're not getting
Just like an adherent to go down.
I wasn't paying attention to that guy.
yeah.
Keep going.
Roll up.
Leave it to me.
Oof. What was that? No, here.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Well, that was fun. Just still a random worm in here.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Yes, worm. Turn back. There's only death upon the endless paths. Ugh. These are pretty big bones. Okay, so we don't want to jump into the death pit yet, quite yet. But we killed a lot of lizards.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Let's go!
It's not this again. Actually, no, there's a dude right in front of you. You can just...
Shadow! Let's go!
That's it! Mowing exit.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it! Stab!
He is almost all the dead. Yeah. I need to use the washroom too.